Good morning, everybody. Here we are back at the Content Creation Bootcamp. Today is day 2, and for those of you who are here, I've given you the link and the download to download the social media content planner for 2020 and the content creation bonus. Those are Excel spreadsheets that we're going to use later this morning. The first thing that I want to do is we're going to start on step 8, which is page 44. And this is for everyone to start brainstorming the 10 pain points of your dream client. So then we have the second part of this is which of these 10 points is solved in your signature offer. And something else that you can talk about on page 45, which is the top 20 questions that clients ask you. And here's the thing, I don't expect that you're going to find the total answers to all of this today, but it's to make you aware of what they are and so that you can come back and keep adding to these, okay? So I'm going to give you some time now to create this list of 10 points. And I'm going to go get myself a pen. Oh, here's one. Thank you. Myself a cup of coffee and Big size.
Bless you. Every time I come here, I'm sneezing.
Yeah, what are you allergic to?
Something.
You allergic to plants?
No, not plants.
Or
Do you have something in the air like a?
no?
I don't know, something.
Or those candles?
Maybe, yeah. Are they scented?
I think the red ones
Yeah, I
might be.
have chemical sensitivities. That's what
Okay,
it is.
I can take those pillar candles. And
Yeah,
use
do you
them.
mind? That'd
Yeah,
be
no,
great.
no. Yeah, just hand me the red ones there. And
Do you want the whole thing or just?
no, just the candles. Just the candles, and we'll.
Yeah, that's what I know. Yeah. I never sneeze. I'm like, okay, something's going on.
It's like a canary can send you in
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, I'm the canary of the mine. I'm very sensitive for sure.
My mom works with, my mom's a knitter for Topsy Farms.
Your mom's what?
A knitter?
I love Topsy
My mom's one of their knitters.
I have heard. What is that?
On
Topsy Farm.
on Amherst Island, there's this group that started ages ago, like a co-op. It's a farm thing, and they have sheep, and you can buy the Topsy Farm sheep and the lamb and stuff from the Kingston little meat stores, special small ones. And so they use all the wool. They send it from the sheep. They send all the wool. They send it off to PEI to be made into wool anyway. So they have a little shop, and they sell, mitts and all kinds of little funky knitted stuff. And so my mom's one of the knitters. She probably gets paid like 5 cents an hour kind of thing. But she gets
accomplishes something.
Oh yeah, she's her and her friend, and so they've been doing that for ages. And but Sally, who runs the wool shop, about I don't know how many years ago, 10 years ago, she's totally chemical sensitive to everything. Like she can't, the knitters can't have using certain kinds of cream to knit, because as soon as it's pair of knits arrives,
body, that stuff. Just some people are more sensitive, but it affects everyone. It's just that not everybody responds.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, she's in and out of hospital quite a bit, but she's got like a tube. She hasn't eaten for she's tube fed for since the last 20 years.
She's a feeding tube.
Yeah.
Holy.
She hasn't eaten food.
But if you want to do any
she's lucky to be able.
So it's bad.
I'm not exactly.
And then you take a ferry across.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we had somebody in Pembroke who was knitting this yarn, and I said, I can't wear a wool hat because I will be extremely itchy. And she goes, no, this is from it's all natural organic. They use natural wash. Trust me, it's from Topsy Farms on Amherst Island. And my husband was like, oh, you need to make a road trip. So last spring, we took a road trip all the way from Petawawa to Topsy Farms.
You can go into their yurt. They have a yurt now.
Yeah,
you can actually go on the property and
you can hug the sheep. They show you the shearing barn. They show you the babies.
We could probably go by boat.
Yes. Yeah.
Because if you're taking a ferry across.
Yeah.
Well, I've only been there once. You can park your boat from the ferry. We had to kind of follow a road kind of west.
Yeah.
So
it was bad.
So they're not on the water.
Okay.
I don't know. They may have a spot.
Oh yeah, you have to walk, or you have to walk, but it's a couple miles.
They might be able. It'd be worth looking into, because there may be someplace you could go, and then maybe do you keep little bikes on your?
No, but thought about that.
Bikes.
Yeah.
A couple of those little folding bikes.
It's like history.
Those little folding bikes are like $300 a piece.
Yeah, but it's history for because they've been there for generations.
And they've decided to keep on keeping it as a working farm. So and it's a few families that all they came in the hippie. Started in the hippie era.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what year it would
60s or something.
Yeah, and they're doing a lot of Facebook promo.
Okay.
They're really good. They're posting pictures all the time.
So
they're always looking for lamb snugglers.
Looking
for lamb snugglers during they have keeping all these little baby sheep alive when they're born is hard, especially when the weather's bad and stuff. Keeping
so
some of them have to come into the house.
Hug lambs.
Okay. All right. Let's get on to your dream clients' pain points. Let's share some of these. Well, I'm glad to see that you guys have got lists. Good.
Yeah.
I have no questions.
Nobody asked you a question.
we're cutting so organized. We just tell them
How
what
much-
to do.
How much do you charge?
No, but
There's
that's
a
my
question?
client. My client already knows.
Yeah.
Okay,
My
okay,
client
your
already knows. Oh, are you thinking like my potential client?
Let's see.
Because
No,
they don't
well-
ask. They don't
But
ask.
your clients, like if you're gonna be taking it to another tier, if you've got your triangle with your different tiers, it's like, well, what's the next level? What do you
Yeah.
offer? What do you provide?
Yeah, but they're not asking that. Yeah, that's okay. I'll come up with something, but
Right. So
well,
do they
could
ever
be-
ask you for advice? Like what kind of advice do they ever ask you for? That
No,
they don't.
not much. They, okay, the payroll. We have a few payroll. Oh, this person, he doesn't have a SIN number. What do I do? Stupid things like that. But it's just payroll related questions, or they'll ask me, oh, he's entitled to. Is he entitled to public holiday just like everybody else? Well, yeah.
Is he entitled to a public holiday? like
Yeah,
everybody else?
so yeah, there could be some payroll. So I can come up with
But that's
there's-
good content.
It's exactly. Yeah,
'cause you could do a blog post on that. Who's entitled
Okay,
to
so write those ideas down
Yeah.
while you've thought about them.
there's not. Yeah, that's okay. That's why I kind of got stumped.
Yeah.
Thinking, oh my gosh, we're apologizing because they haven't sent us their stuff on time, or they haven't done what they've.
Yeah, but what
Do I
kinds
get
of
penalized if I send it late on time? Like those
Yeah.
are questions
Yeah.
that your clients have asked.
Maggie's got a list of questions that her clients ask. All related to what are they? So let's take a look at those.
Oh, just things like how do I get rid of anxiety, or how do I get rid of depression? That's how people talk. How do I get more energy? How do I get more sleep?
Check.
How do I improve my memory? How do I feel more peaceful, relaxed? How do I get more positive? How do I feel less overwhelmed? How do I get more productive or focused in my business? What's a hair and mineral test? What are toxic chemicals? Where do I get them? What's the difference between a blood test and a hair test? What's nutritional balancing? How do I improve my diet without spending all day in the kitchen? And then they might ask about certain minerals like zinc or chromium. How does copper affect my mood, my body, and how do I balance my biochemistry?
Okay, so what are some of the pain points?
Anxiety, depression.
Okay, let's talk about pain points. How do they feel? So when they come to you, what do they say about, or potentially when they come to you, what do they
I'm
say?
really tired.
So those are the things I want you to write down. What they say
So
in their words.
Oh, what they're saying
tired,
in their words.
tired, exhausted. I'm feeling anxious, depressed. Overwhelmed. Struggling to focus in my business.
Mhm.
Can't remember things.
Let's just call them old timers.
Or, I like memory, like serious memory issues, like they have a lot to do in their business and they can't remember half the stuff they need to do. Can't get everything done in a day that I need to. Can't manage both my business and my kids and my family. Like, you know what I mean? Just feeling overwhelmed.
Okay, overwhelmed. A lot. Everybody uses the word overwhelmed.
It means different things to different people.
Right. And that's why, and what I mean by everybody uses it, I mean, business coaches use it, bookkeepers use it, everybody uses it. So try to stay away from the words that people use all the time,
Okay.
right? I know
Be
it's,
more specific.
yeah, be more
Or could
specific.
you use the word and then drill down? to
Yeah,
expand?
yeah.
That's
Like,
what I would do, yeah.
so if you say, if somebody comes to you and says, I feel overwhelmed. So what does that mean for you? And so that's what I want you to answer. What does that mean for your client when they feel overwhelmed?
I have too many things to do and not enough.
Yeah, too many things to do, not enough time. That's a big
So
one.
write that down. Because what I'm getting at here is all of these things that we write down, these are potential content.
I don't have enough energy to do what I'm, to do everything.
Yeah, I don't have enough energy.
I want more energy to get through my day. Like I hear that a lot.
I don't have enough energy to get everything done, I hear.
Okay. Yeah.
Or, oh, it's 3 o'clock. I need my coffee and chocolate bar.
Or
And
I have
bacon
that,
chips.
Dip,
people tick
3
about the
o'clock dip.
3 o'clock dip.
3 o'clock.
How can I replace that need for a glass of wine with something else? What can I have?
Yeah.
I'm wired at night and I'm drinking to calm down.
Yeah.
What else can I
I'm
do?
concerned I'm an alcoholic because I need a glass of wine before bed or I don't sleep.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've heard that before. And I'm like,
I need a glass of wine before I come home and have dinner with my parents. I'm not going downstairs to have dinner until I've had at least half a glass of wine. I need a shot before I.
yeah.
Or I'm
what
getting,
can I replace that
what
with?
I'm hearing is I'm just getting a little too dependent on, like, having that glass of wine is turning into more than one glass of wine too sometimes.
Is marijuana hitting you?
I've got
Oh, yeah.
people talking about that too.
Yeah.
Well, write it down.
Yeah.
Because it's like, is something like that going to be better for me than having the glass of wine? Like, will it, I need something else without having a drug. Do you have something that besides medication from the family doctor?
Maybe that it is the question that might come up is, I think I'm going to switch from a glass of wine to marijuana.
Yeah. But you need somebody,
but
they need somebody to help them out if they have no background in it, like someone like me, or whatever. It's like, I need somebody to help me.
Or we can do anything so that you calm down and you don't need any of that stuff and you get a better night's sleep.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
I find alcohol especially, it actually makes it more difficult for you to sleep.
Yes. It makes me do that, like, okay, now I need to sleep. But then I get
2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
wide
like,
awake.
heart racing.
Yeah.
I'm like, But I mean, I have people come to me too, like, so does doTERRA have CBD oil? No. Well, which one would you recommend? Which CBD brand would you recommend?
Do they have? Oh, they don't do CBD.
No, so doTERRA won't until it's legalized in the States.
Right.
Because
it's such a bigger market.
They can't cross the bar. They won't be able to go.
Yeah, but also
Well,
it's a
Canada,
smaller market.
Well, and we could have it in Canada, but doTERRA won't unless it's legalized. Both because it's legalized in a few states, but they're like, we want to be above board legally, and so because we ship all over the world.
It's a big thing too, like that CBD. It's complicated. There's a lot going on with that.
Well, and they're so precise. Like every drop of an oil, they're like, we know how many milligrams of the therapeutic content, but with CBD, you aren't guaranteed that. And so they're like, until we can absolutely guarantee the milligrams in one drop, like
And supposedly, because it's not legal in all the states, in the states that it is selling, it's cash only. Supposedly it's cash only because of the big credit card companies there, they won't touch it. They won't. Credit card companies aren't based in that particular state.
So I got maybe how do I relax without wine or relax without something?
Yeah. There. Yeah. Okay.
You keep talking because you're a business person.
And
I will be your first customer. But have to get another. Get that $10,000 extra income coming in, and you'll be my.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, and like with the stress and mental health, like you and I are working very, very similarly. So like my gut is always off, right? Like when I say how's your digestion? How's your stomach? Oh, don't even ask. It's always like I'm either nauseated all the time, or I can't go to the bathroom, or I'm going too much. Like there's always
constipation's a big one.
Yeah. Or like we seem to catch everything and anything. I want options to help my kids. I have pets. Can I use essential oils? I've heard they're toxic. The whole Facebook is bad for that.
How do I poop more?
Yeah.
Or when it comes to that, it's really interesting. A few years ago, many years ago, I was building my Melaleuca business.
Yes.
Okay. And there was this lady who was very, how do I say, very high up in Melaleuca. She was one of the top income earners, and she was known as the poop lady.
Yeah.
And all she talked about was poop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. It's a market. It's a huge market for that, really.
Well, it's
So many people struggle with constipation.
So, you know, when you're talking about niching
gut
down,
problems and
when
gut
you're talking
issues.
about not niching down,
Yeah.
Well, and see, I struggled with that my whole life. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get something new. I was taking a handful of pills to help my gut every day.
Yeah, because one of my modules.
you see, you didn't say that before.
I was taking a handful of pills to sleep every night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is why.
So one of my
I went to
modules
Tara.
is healing the gut. It's part of one of the modules that we're working on.
Right. Like one of the people that I've worked with before, one of the, so in Quebec, she's a naturopath, but in Quebec, they're not regulated. Anyway, she comes originally from the fitness industry, and she became a naturopath.
Mm-hmm.
And her thing is all about leaky gut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
And that's,
Well, yeah, but
and you see how you get more energy by she focuses on
yeah.
curing
Yeah.
leaky
well, the
gut.
stomach is not doing what it's supposed to do.
Right.
Well, and
it's the, it's the brain.
I know it's all intertwined.
So
Yes, and this is why
I'm
for
just,
me-
yeah, you're making me think. So with the nutrient minerals that people get from the plan that they go on, like a lot of people, if their gut's not working, they're not creating the minerals. The minerals are the precursors to the neurotransmitters to the brain, which affects anxiety and depression. So how
Your
could I
sleep,
put that
affects
in?
your skin and your hair and your nails and
You know,
your eyesight.
Yeah, but I focus like, neurotransmitters, like the feel good, which are critical, right? For anxiety, depression, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
rebalancing.
That is just, these other things are just supplementary benefits that they're
But
going
I'm
to
trying
get.
to drill down on the question that could be related to that. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think for you it is. I don't think you need to go so much into leaky gut or stuff like that, because you want to focus on what's happening here.
Yeah.
Right? And get rid of that depression or anxiety. They feel stressed out, I'm guessing. They feel that they're always on I'm just guessing, always on a hamster wheel.
Yeah.
How often should I would I need to work with you? Or how often would I need to meet
Yeah,
with
that's
you?
a
Or
question.
how long?
That's all the question.
That's what I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking if I was coming in and, meeting with you and thinking, well, how much is it going to cost?
Well,
And
like,
whatever, am I going to have to buy stuff from you? And how often should we meet? And how will you track my progress? Or how will we, are there going to be tests that you can?
Great questions. I'm glad you asked.
much-
And I would tell you.
How much everything costs. Like for me, I'm like, okay, you do this and this, but how much does it cost? Can I pay in installments? Can I?
Right, and that
will my
should
health
be-
And that's all
insurance,
part,
will my
yes.
health insurance cover some of this stuff? Or?
Yeah.
Will my
Don't
health
have any,
insurance
right?
cover?
Yeah.
But you see, when you're explaining your signature program, for instance.
Corporation as a consultant, you write off. So, because I'm not
There you go.
covered. I'm not covered that way, but you can write. And I'll,
Okay.
yeah, my accountant set up that way. So, talk to you about that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go.
When
Bing,
somebody,
bing, boom. Bing.
so when somebody says, "How do I work with you?" or you're going through. I'm not going to go through a sales conversation today, but there is a process to go through a sales conversation. And when you don't have that process, that's when you could go down the rabbit hole. That's when you get a higher or a lower conversion rate. But if you follow a very specific process and you talk about your signature program, you're going to talk about the benefits of it first. So you might say, I might say the Achievers Club, we're going to do, this is, it's 6 months and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Yeah.
And in that time, so those are actually features. How much does it cost? All that kind of thing. But what you want to talk about is what transformation
Yeah.
is going to happen.
After you've listened to them and all their problems and the
Right,
things they
and
want
you-
to overcome.
Right. And you want to say, I can help you solve all of these problems by working in this XYZ program. And it's specifically built for people just like you. Oh, so tell me more.
Mm-hmm.
Or you might ask, so do you want to know more? And then you shut up.
Right.
And you go, and then they'll either say yes or no. That's when you can go into the program. And for most people, it's not about putting their prices on your website.
Right.
Right? It's not about that at all.
It's about taking them through to understand what you do.
Yeah, right. Because otherwise they won't see the value.
They'll just look at the money.
They'll just look at the price. They don't understand the value.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that people say, oh, so how much is a bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're missing the point here.
Yeah, and
But
that's why having a signature program and explaining the transformation,
Yes.
then they won't ask that.
Right.
If you've got the right people.
Yes.
Okay?
Right.
You don't want the people who are asking how much is it a bottle. And if they are asking, you haven't explained the value
Right.
properly.
I mean, those are mostly people at like vendor events or something. They come
Right.
to my table. Well,
Quick,
how much
yeah.
is a bottle of frankincense?
Well, that's when you just say,
What I say is, you know what I usually do is I love to meet people for coffee. We're going to go over your health goals and concerns, talk about what's most important for you and your health. Can we set up a time to do that?
And
then that's so like,
and
I say I don't sell
there's just
individual
those really
bottles.
impatient people. They just want to know the price, but then once they know the price, they might just buy it, but they might just want the bottle. That's
Yeah.
it. Like, you know, like those vendor things.
Yeah, and I've had people say, I just want a bottle of lavender. I just want a bottle.
Because I do different things, so I just
Yeah.
say it's important that you just come in. Let's talk about your issues, what you'd like to address, and then.
So that's where it needs to be more clear on what you're doing, because they think that you're just selling the product.
exactly.
So they need to
And
be
you
really
have to
clear that
explain.
that's not your, that's not what you're
No.
doing. You're like,
Exactly.
I'm
And,
not
and those vendor events kind of,
those types of events, that's what it looks like.
That's
Yeah.
just
So-
it's just
So then,
product.
it's
so
like a
I want to
marketplace.
know, for me, like how to do them better in that way, so it doesn't look like I'm just selling a bottle.
It has to
of
say
oil.
like consult
well,
or something like that.
I'm going to say, when we talk about doing that, so like say you have a banner or something, the pain points are at the top of the banner. So let's say the pain points might say, tired of or exhausted because you spent the night tossing and turning, want a better night's sleep.
Right.
For instance. And then, it's about talking about them. Well, getting a better night's sleep is about, if we can say, it's, health, and to change your health, it's not a one-shot deal. And you can always use the example of, if you want to lose 20 pounds, eating one salad isn't going to make it so.
Yes, I know. People say, "Oh, I used lavender last night and it didn't help me sleep better."
Yeah.
But you had a triple before, extra large triple before bed. So
Right.
yeah.
And so the other thing is that you might say, well, I have a really great ebook, 5 Secrets to Getting a Better Night's Sleep. Would you like it?
Right.
And then you've got them on your email list.
And then you start,
Right? And then you start cultivating that relationship.
Right. Yes.
See how that works? Or even on the back of your business card. Want to download my 5 Secrets to a Better Night's Sleep?
Yeah. So something to offer the cheap, I don't want to call them
Or download my latest ebook free.
Yeah, but it has to be something.
About something.
And it has to be something
Has to
very
address your
specific that positions you as the expert,
Right.
right?
Yes.
So you're,
And it could just be a little article on, because I think that, on the benefits of what these things can, I don't know, say what these things can do, but I think it's really, it's key that, like I can't just go to the health food store and buy a bottle of whatever. It's like, you know, I need to know what to do with it. I need to kind of know.
right.
I need some guidance.
That's what makes us
I need some
very
guidance.
different
Yeah.
than just going to the health food store. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
so-
just going to sell you a bottle of lemon
No.
because you heard from
you
somebody
need,
that
you,
lemon,
need,
yeah.
you have to advise, you're the specialist and advising how to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you have like
it's-
a 6-week, like sign up for 3 months, work with me for 3 months for this price, you know?
Yeah.
It's really clear, like say, okay, yeah, I can, okay. Yeah, and you're going to feel better or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want. You know, it's going to be a 3-month thing because, you know, our health is it's an integrated thing, and it's not just your sleep.
Right.
Your sleep is caused by, you know, or maybe you write a checklist. You know, poor sleep is often caused by.
Because I think, you know, although people, you know, say, well, they want you know, they want to know how much the bottle costs. Like I want to have an idea of what it would cost to work with you. You know, I need to know that. Is it going to be like $500 a month, $1,000 a month, or $200 a month? You know.
Yeah.
And then like,
But
and
you
then
get
you
that.
have like a couple
But
plans.
you
It's
get
like,
that,
okay,
'cause I have a 6-month program. We take it through. I show it all to you, and then we
Okay.
talk about the money.
And usually
after.
what I say,
and
you
you
know,
have like a set dollar amount. for those? So that could be on your website. Those can be on your website.
But I'm not.
yeah, but we don't, I don't
put
want the
dollar-
prices.
I don't put the prices
Yeah.
on. No.
And usually when people say, you know, how much does it cost to work with you? And like if it's at an event or something, I used to make the mistake. I mean, I'll be quite honest, made the mistake of saying, oh, private coaching is this is this, you know, and give them. Now I know better. And it's, you know, really, I can't, from one conversation here in the middle of a networking event, tell you, you know, what we're going to work on, even because I don't know your business well enough, and I don't know you well enough, and I don't know if we're a good fit to work together. So how about we get together and have a strategy session, and then we can figure out if we're a good fit together, and I can actually kind of diagnose your business. So I never answer that question.
Right.
Because I need to gather more. So when we look at these things, so for instance, I'll use this as an example. So let's say, let's say my clients, they often say they don't have enough of the right fit customers or clients. So if they don't have right fit clients, they don't have enough, then we have to figure out why, right? So you have to do the same thing, right? So you kind of have to do a diagnosis. And you know why. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could be all those reasons, right? So let's say, I could say, for instance, they don't have a clear message, pricing of their offer, or it's not packaged. I could say there's a lack of consistent outreach, right? Then I take, let's say I take clear message. How does that impact them?
What's the second one?
Oh, packaging, pricing your offer.
Package pricing.
Your offer, yeah. It's just an example. I want to walk you through this methodology so that you get content. When somebody says one particular thing, why, you have to know why, right? So you're, Marie, what's one thing that what's a pain point that one of your clients says? Pain point.
Pain point. They don't understand payroll rules.
Is that what they say?
Oh, what they say? Oh, well, there's questions
No,
I ask
over
me.
here. Over
Oh,
here.
Yeah.
What's a pain point?
My dream client.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't have enough time.
Okay.
They don't have the knowledge to supervise their employees. They're
Not enough. Okay. Not enough time to do what?
of time to be part of the to be doing some of the bookkeeping, because they're doing pieces of it. They're not doing all of it, but they're doing some of it. It's time to do their own. These are the ones that we're not working with, right? Yeah.
Okay.
These
Yeah.
are the customers, right?
Right.
The
So-
people are going to do their own.
Which means that, so let's go into this, let's dive into this a little deeper. So they're doing, first of all, they're doing pieces of their bookkeeping, right?
Yeah, they're having to do pieces.
So it's patchwork bookkeeping,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Which causes what?
Well, it's disorganized.
Ah, right?
Yeah, that was another point. They're not organized enough. They don't have systems.
Right? Lack of
Lack of
systems.
systems. They're rushing to meet deadlines. They don't have financial financial reports ready to look at.
Okay, so let's say it's rushing to meet deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
What, how do you solve that problem?
Because when we take on the work, we schedule everything that's needed to come in by set deadlines, and we do the work by set deadlines.
Okay.
We have everything up to date monthly, so that there is never an issue for the quarterly HST, because it's ready.
Okay, so it's HST, let's say it's mostly HST deadlines, right?
Yeah, a lot of it's HST. Yeah.
Okay.
HST is a big one. Because a lot of our customers will be quarterly HST,
Right.
and they're just
Okay,
like,
so what,
10 months of work. Oh,
how could you write a 500 word blog about this? How to stop rushing to meet deadlines. Let's just take that as an example.
yeah, no, that's how to stop. So not just hiring it out to us. Well, one, you basically schedule, you enter all of your expenses as weekly.
Okay.
You enter everything. You don't lose you keep all your receipts in one place, all your expenses in one place.
Okay.
You enter them into your payroll system weekly.
But as a client or as a
That's
So-
me
so-
saying,
so
here,
what
these
do
are
you
things that you
mean
need
by-
to do, and
what
they're
do
not
you
going to be able to do it.
keeping it in one place? You mean that shoebox is good enough?
Yeah, it's enough.
Well, but most bookkeepers are.
No, well,
Because
this
you
is
guys
them.
have-
I guess we're telling them
You're
this is
telling
what
them
you have to do, and they're not going to be able to do it.
exactly. That's
You
what
know.
I want.
They're not going to be able to do it. But here, this is what you have to do. You've got to keep all your expenses. They can be in a shoebox. I don't care where they are. But
Right.
you have to take that shoebox once a week and enter it into your
Right.
system.
So here's 5 steps
Yeah.
to how to avoid feeling that rush fever or whatever.
Yeah,
And you tell them the steps.
yeah. So
And as she says, they aren't going to do it, but they're going to go, oh. And then at the bottom, basically your call to action is,
call me.
well, if you'd like some help with any of these steps,
Mhm.
please give us a call.
Yeah.
We'd be happy to support you.
Mhm.
But that's what I want you to do, is to take these these pain points, and go, okay, how can I solve that for them?
Without giving too much info.
No,
Well,
It's
no,
just
I
the points.
you do it all.
You can do it all because they're going to be like, I don't know how to do it anyway. So you have to.
Right. It's like me, I can help somebody. Let's say we're talking about a clear message. Okay, well, a clear message has to be memorable. It has to be repeatable. What are the elements of a clear message? And I'm going to tell them all that in a blog post. And they're going to go, yeah, that makes sense. And then at the bottom, I'll say, if you need help creating your clear message, or your 5-second message, or your 5-word message, or whatever I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for instance, let's take one of your one of your pain points?
Well, we could do like I'm tired all the time, or my gut is always off. Those are the two biggies.
Okay.
Or I want more energy to get through my day.
Okay, I'm tired all the time.
Yeah.
So really, what does that mean
For me,
for them?
For them, it means that they're probably not sleeping, that their brain is overthinking. They're not able to relax.
Okay, so let's just say they're not
busy.
sleeping, but they're not getting a good
Good
night's
night's
sleep. There's
So-
a difference.
Yeah.
A good, restful
Yes.
night's sleep.
Because I have people say, "Oh, well, but I was in bed for like 8 hours. I don't know why I wake up and I'm exhausted."
Right.
Okay.
Right. So you have to explain to them there's a difference between
Sleeping.
and a restful sleep.
Yeah.
So there's a whole blog post.
Yeah.
Difference between restful sleep and, you could just say just being in bed.
Yeah.
What else? If they're tired all the time, what else do they feel?
They feel anxious and depressed during the day because they're stressed. Like usually it's
Keep going.
okay. So they're stressed during the day. So it's a cycle. If they're not getting a restful sleep at night, they're waking up exhausted. They're short with their kids in the morning.
Okay.
Or the
So let's take they're short with their kids.
right. Or whatever. Like the mornings are crazy because
How to avoid, so 5 steps to avoid crazy
Killing your kids.
mornings before the kids get on the school bus, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? You see how you've got to go deeper into tired all the time?
yeah,
You've got to take that and go deeper.
deeper and deeper.
And you've got to, what does it mean for them? What does it mean?
And then they're drinking coffee throughout the day, so their gut is totally
Okay.
shitted out.
Yeah.
Right? So it's one big thing after the other.
Right, but focus. So if they're, have they got the 3 o'clock slump, right?
Yeah.
3 p.m. slump. You can explain, or 3 steps to avoid, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just caffeine, cola, and cookies. Or maybe it's chocolate. I don't know. I'm just thinking of 3 C's.
Yeah.
So why they affect your sleep. See what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So tired all the time? How many blog posts do you think you could write on that?
Well, now that we're going through it and focusing on it, I could probably write like oodles.
Right. That's what I want you to do.
And then rinse and repeat.
Exactly.
And reuse them.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, these are just topics.
Right.
And in the Excel spreadsheet, one of them, the bonus one, it gives you all 400 different things that how you can do headlines and different things like
Yeah.
that. What I want you to think about is this. So tired all the time. What I'd like you to do is take this.
Is that good? Okay.
You've got an extra one there. And I'd like you just to kind of look at the calendar and give your calendar themes. So for instance, you could write tired all the time, and maybe you could write, that could be a theme for these 3 months. Or maybe it's a perfect theme for some other time of year.
Right.
Okay. And if you know that that's a theme for a month or two, that's what you're going to write your wants on.
Right.
That's how we're going to get started. Okay.
I feel like I have so much to do.
Just start. Just start.
That's overwhelming. I think you're
It
right.
is, because I feel like,
Oh my
okay,
God.
blog, that means I need a website because I don't have a.
Okay, come on. Put that out of your head for right now.
So I
Okay.
was thinking, like, so January for me, is a big detox month in the sense of
Yeah.
because people are feeling
Yeah.
good.
Right.
So I was thinking of something like,
So I just want you right now to put themes,
okay,
okay,
Okay.
for the months.
okay,
And, you know, January is, or detox is perfect because we've eaten all
Or-
that junk.
yeah.
Tired too because it's winter. People are feeling
Right.
blah.
but it's within that category.
Yeah,
so it's-
exactly.
Exactly. So I want you to do themes for the month. And this will help you, you know, look at the calendar. Is there something in
Okay.
February that's, you know, heart month, it's whatever that you
Love
could
month.
talk about. Yeah, love yourself, whatever. What is specific for your particular,
People, my pain point people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just themes. Just like 1 or 2 words.
Okay.
Take a deep breath.
Yeah. And I'm going to write it in my book
That's how I was
first,
feeling yesterday.
and then I'll write it in here.
No, I can print more of those off, so don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. Just write.
Because I hate stress.
And the other thing that I do is, so I'll show you what I've done. So here's, and I just kept this. So I do this very often. Okay. So January, February, March, I've got all 12 months and I take a sticky note and I go, okay, what am I going to offer? So here's my content creation. If you want to do that right now, we can do that. Here's sticky.
Okay.
I used to do that with, I had a white, I used to have like one of those
Whiteboard.
those plastic,
Yeah,
and you
I
write
have
on with a wet erase, and you can.
Yeah, I have a
and I had it on the
gigantic
wall.
whiteboard.
Did you
that's
just get all
blank
this
right
at
now.
Staples?
What?
This whole thing.
You set up?
Your setup.
This? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Flip chart. Yeah. You buy
Okay. Okay.
this newsprint's like $11 or $12.
I'll buy one and do it.
And, but you can, you know, you can have a whiteboard. You can, I have a whiteboard as well.
I like this one
And you can take this off.
because you can take the stickies off and move.
Yeah. And you can put it on, you know, a window. You can do whatever.
Yeah.
So
You can also buy gigantic Post-it notes made of
Yeah, yeah.
material that you can stick on your wall and use it as a white
Yeah.
board.
you can also buy white cling sheets. You want a piece, you want this, do this right now?
It doesn't work when you have an office and people come into your office.
No, I'm
It's
going
not
to use this one.
It's good when you're at home.
Yeah.
I had to stop using the big sticky notes when I'm moving stuff around and that kind of stuff because I can't do it at the office. I have to be ready for anybody to show up. And, it looks, I don't know.
I know.
I have to keep it totally.
But that's
I need
because
to
your
keep
office is, yeah, your office is visible. Like
Yeah.
our home office is, it's our home.
Yeah.
So we can close the door.
Okay, so let's see.
I mean, I think for, okay, so if my focus is tired, like, and then break it down, like I know January, February,
So just,
the winter months, because they are like
right.
shorter days.
So just
Everybody's
put-
the law.
Just put tired.
Do I write it or sticky?
Sticky note.
Okay.
Okay. Just write the general theme. I don't want you to break it down into anything more than a general theme. Now, here we are, we're getting into spring.
Yeah.
What could be in,
Allergies, immunity.
is that relating to sleep?
It is, because if you're not getting a good night's sleep, your body is less able to
Okay, but
fight the allergens. And
what does your client say about sleeping?
in those months, they still say, I'm still overwhelmed. Oftentimes things pick up. The
So
kids are
are
more
they-
active, so
So are
that
they
they're busy.
maybe are they find themselves sleeping or sneezing, their nose is stuffed?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Yeah. So they're reacting. So yeah. So itchy eyes, watery eyes.
it's
itchy
keeping them
skin.
from sleeping,
Yes.
is it?
Yes, because they're not breathing at night,
Okay,
right?
so they're not breathing at night. So
Right. Or they're not breathing well at night.
yeah,
Not that they're not breathing.
there you go.
So what do you want me to say?
So it's allergies. So it's probably April and May.
Okay. So allergies. And you're probably seeing these things too,
You can't see
Maggie.
their computer screen because your eyes are all.
Yeah, like it makes you
Itchy,
tired.
yeah,
It makes
but-
you tired when you're
The thing is,
How are
allergies-
eye drops?
how are the allergies affecting your night's sleep?
Oh,
that's
you're
what
talking
I
about
want
sleep.
her-
Okay, sleep. Sorry, focusing on sleep. Okay.
It will clear up everything else, but okay. Let's maybe leave June, but July and August, they're outside more. Summer months.
Yeah,
What's happening in the summer?
they're very busy. They're very busy with the kids stuff. They're very,
Right? So how is that affecting their sleep?
they might not be getting as many hours, or they, come on Maggie, help me out with this. In the summer months.
I find my clients might be drinking too much in
Yeah,
the summer.
Oh, yeah.
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 So
Summer, I want to say activities.
Festivities.
It's like they're not
socializing.
socializing.
What drinking and all related to sleep, right?
Yeah.
Sleep, yeah. So you got too many drinks stopping you from sleeping that night, or you're waking up in the middle of because you too many.
because you had that
too many
bottle
summer,
and
too many
half of
summer
wine.
barbs, too many summer barbecues
Barbecues. Right.
are making you wake up at 2:00 in the morning.
And can you solve those with your oils?
Yes. I mean, if people are going to drink, they're going to drink. I mean, we can do things to help flush things out quicker,
Well, actually,
but
I think it's more. It's not just the drink; it's the food too, right? It's like
And they're eating later and they're
yeah, it's about a lifestyle. Like it's not about here, use this oil. Like, I mean, we have a hangover blend or like a quick detox blend if you've had too much alcohol, and people are like, oh great, this gives me permission, and I'm like, no. Right? So it's like,
okay, let's leave the summer. Let's move on. Fall.
so
maybe it's just the routines are shot because they got the kids home now.
yeah, like
And they're
routines are just different.
just routines, and that's going to throw you off. Yeah. So
Okay.
like you're traveling too. It's like
All right.
you're traveling, you're
Routines.
camping.
Routines
you can
change.
sleep when you're freaking camping, and I'm like, I'm worried about the, like it's just you're not getting. You're just I don't know. You're just routines are shot. I don't know. And you got all your
Yeah,
relatives coming to visit, and
I can't. It's hard for me to remember what it was like.
but they're traveling too is
Yeah.
difficult because oh my gosh, you
And September, of course, is
kids aren't going to sleep.
Back to work, back to school.
back to
September.
school. Yeah, it's the new year.
Yeah.
So,
So getting back into routine. So there's
Right.
getting back into routine.
And
It's
Right.
also about catching everything that goes around and comes around. So they're not sleeping at night because they're
You
not
get a lot of
feeling
people
well.
sick, I find, in the fall. A lot of people
Yeah.
start getting sick with
Oh, yeah.
flus in September,
Okay.
October.
so write something like, is it flu season?
Well,
Starts around September, yeah.
Yeah, cold.
So
flu
use a
season.
different.
Yeah, we'll go back to.
Okay.
I haven't been sick for years.
I know. High five.
But when your kids were little, how often, like my son now,
Yeah, the kids would pass on.
they have a
their
5-year-old
colds to their
that-
parents all
yeah,
the
just went to
time.
kindergarten. My son's like, Mom, I've been sick for 6 weeks straight because he just gets over something and then he gets another and gets another.
Same with my daughter. She's finding where she's working. I mean, she's,
Yeah.
mid-30s.
You gotta do more to boost the immune system,
Yeah.
eh?
They're working in these open offices. There's no, like, you don't have your own office.
Yeah.
So
Open to
somebody
the-
coughs
and it
and
goes
everybody
flying out. It's like being on a
gets-
plane.
yeah.
Take your kids out of school. My son never went to school. So I didn't have to worry.
I mean, but this lasts, and then when it gets colder, it continues on. That back to school immunity, like we saw.
Okay, so November and December might be boosting your immunity
Right.
to prepare for.
Like in Manitoba, they had 50% illness rates in the school in some divisions. Like half the kids were homesick. And how does that affect the
So
parents?
that's in November?
That was November, December. That was happening in
Yeah, so
Manitoba
that's going to
anyways.
be all just.
So then parents are like, what am I supposed to do? I can't bring the kids to daycare. I've got to stay home. So now I've got to take sick days, but I don't have any sick days left because I used them because I was sick from my summertime activities.
So December can be like holiday season. How do you
Yeah.
deal? How do you get a good night's sleep in holiday season?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I think just by everybody getting a good night's sleep, and that's just part of that, and controlling their routines.
Yeah.
It's just you're gonna have everything under more control, so you'll be able to kind of
Like winter wellness.
like your kid will
Yeah.
be able to kind
Perfect.
of take through. Yeah, and I think that's just that steady. If you can get them onto some kind of steady, conscious
There, look.
approach.
You've got 11 out of the 12. Themes.
What did you say? So what did you put? I can't read them.
So she's got tired all the time. She's got for these 3 months. She could write forever on that. Then she's got allergies for 2 months. She's got routines for 2 months. Immunity.
Yeah, back to school. BTS back to school.
Oh, back to school. Okay. Winter wellness and holiday. She has her 12 themes mapped out now.
I'm sending.
Yeah, that's fine. So what I would do is write them on your thing, or you could take them home. You know what? We'll just write on this. So this is April, May, January, February, March, July, August, September.
But see, this is where I struggle because I can talk about every aspect of health.
No, that's right. You
That's
don't
the
want to
problem
talk
with
about
staying
it.
on the
know,
point.
And that's the challenge
That's
for
with health.
people
Oh,
in
it's hard.
the
It's
health
so
field.
tough.
You're
I know.
not alone. You're
Like,
not alone.
And that's not because I feel like, yeah, we're tired all the time, but it's my gut's all upset because I'm
Right,
not
but you know
sleeping.
that if they solve their sleep issue,
Yes.
the rest will fall into
So what
place.
could be my one main pain point then for anxiety or depression then?
You know that you're going to get that toxicity and chemical balance, and that is going to be the thing. That's your solution. Okay?
Thank you for
All right.
this.
Okay, so I was going to write down.
Oops.
It's all right. Yeah, I'm going to get there. Winter wellness is November. This is December.
Can I
Okay?
have a couple nuts, please?
There you
Oh,
go.
sorry, before I eat them all, yeah.
Oh, we got lots more. Don't worry. Okay. So basically, in summary, you've just got to take those pain points and turn them into content. Now, you don't have a signature program yet, but it could easily be. How long, okay, the question is, how long would it take you to help someone get their sleep back into?
How long?
Yeah.
Like usually I say, if they implement what I'm saying, if they implement most of what I say,
Right.
usually within a week to 10 days, they'll start to see a difference.
Okay.
Like it's not an over, like sometimes people are like, I will do what you say, and that first night they message me and they're like, oh my goodness, I had the best sleep ever. And I'm like, hallelujah.
Right. But you also know, and this is the thing with all of us who are in transformation, that they won't keep it up unless you hold them accountable.
Yes. Absolutely.
Right. So statistics show that you need at least, they usually say like 60 days to create a new habit.
Yes.
Let's go with that. Okay?
Yeah.
So in 60 days, how 60 days or it could be 6 weeks. Probably 6 weeks. I'm going to say 6 weeks.
I know when people are like 6 weeks, seriously, I don't have 6 weeks.
They're like the attention span of a gnat.
Yeah, that's our
Right.
problem.
But you're going to, so, okay, maybe we don't put that in the title of your program, but in your program, in 6 weeks, what significant changes could you make for them?
That they would just sleep better. They'd have a restful sleep. They wouldn't be tossing and turning. They'll wake up refreshed and ready to go for their day, have more energy for the day, able to cope. Their anxiety and depression will be decreased. Their guts will feel like they will have an overall
Okay,
well-being.
so I want you to make a list of all of those results that they would get from working with you for 6 weeks.
So for mine, I put increased energy, motivation, and productivity.
Okay. Yeah.
But people are like, I don't know what productivity is. Right? So what does productivity mean to?
Right. So those are general terms, but we're not, you and I have already worked on your signature program.
Right.
I just want to get her an overall, so that she understands that what I want for you today is so that you can understand that you can focus on one thing. That is the shift that you have to make in order to take your business to the next level. Okay?
Yes.
I just
All
want
right.
to make sure I'm on the right track with planning my theoretic plans then.
Yeah, so put topics. What topics could you talk about, just like we did with her? You want to do this, the exercise?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, come up here and get a.
I'm going to write it on here.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So I picked detox for January.
Perfect. Yeah.
So February's love month. Love yourself. Maybe some self-care stuff. What could they do?
Okay, is that part of your signature program?
Helping the body heal itself. Natural healing.
Okay. February, March.
I wasn't sure about March. I really wasn't sure March or April.
Okay. So what happens in the winter?
Or yeah, we could focus on nutritional issues, right? Like cooking, diet stuff, nutritional.
I
improving
want you to
energy.
stay away from that because your focus is toxicity and chemicals.
Right.
Okay.
Well, it's toxicity, chemicals, and nutritional.
Right.
Those are the
But the
three.
toxicity, I'm going to say that toxicity comes from eating crap.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So you could talk on toxicity for how many months?
I could do the whole year. Really. And just pick aspects.
Okay. So take a piece of paper and write down topics that relate to toxicity.
I have.
Okay. I mean, I'm thinking like you can talk about the dirty dozen, which is food, right? You could talk about probably drinking more water. I don't know, keep rambling off some stuff.
Could I get into minerals and take one and how they help you?
Toxicity, minerals.
Yeah.
Two things, two different things.
Okay.
If I'm correct, am I correct?
Yeah, toxicity is like dealing with the toxic chemicals, the bad diet.
Okay, so where do the toxic chemicals come from? That's one question.
Okay.
What kinds of toxic chemicals?
The mercury, arsenic, lead, cadmium, and aluminum.
Okay, I don't want you to answer it.
Oh, okay.
I want you to, these are questions and
Where do
topics.
they come from? Okay.
Where do they come from?
Air, water, and food.
Okay. So
Yes.
there, air, water, and food. That's 3 different blog posts.
So one blog,
Yeah.
talk about all the shit that's in the
Yeah.
air, all the shit that's
Air, water,
Yeah.
and food.
That's 3 blog posts, right?
And also I was going to look at, we could makeup and household cleaning products too.
Okay, well you said air. What was it? Air.
cleaning. There's been spring cleaning. You should put that in.
Yeah,
April.
spring cleaning.
April,
Spring cleaning.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the biggest polluter in our homes is our
Yeah.
cleaning
Yeah.
products.
And Halloween,
And
something October. you can do
incense.
something.
Yeah. So that could be March. Could be
What's March?
spring cleaning.
spring cleaning, or maybe it's April.
March.
I've done a whole thing on
So I have
spring
2
cleaning.
tests for January, February. Yeah, so I wrote here's the topic here.
But each time you see you write, let's say she's talking about toxicity and cleaning. She has to relate that to their anxiety and their depression.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've got to connect the dots for people,
Yes.
okay? Because there it might be going, yeah, well, but what does that have to do with me,
Right.
right? It's always about when you're writing or when you're talking, it's always about looking at your client is going to say, or your prospect is going to say, what's in it for me? How does that affect me?
Mm-hmm.
Scented candles.
Okay, so December.
Christmas.
Yeah, like
Stop buying those scents.
stop buying scented candles. Did you know?
Well, that-
Be
I mean,
careful
that
who
was-
you give them to.
That was another one. Like my favorite section at IKEA. I was so glad it was the last because it was like, the scented candles. And then it's like I started not feeling well and looking at what could be causing
Well,
this.
it's paraffin wax, which is actually made from petroleum and coal.
Oh,
Sure.
and the
and then it burns
fragrances.
to create benzene and toluene,
So
Yeah.
are
which
beeswax
damages the
better?
lungs and the brain.
So you
Yeah.
could recommend a site to go buy good beeswax.
Yeah, I'm
So
really into
candles?
beeswax. Just
There you go.
unscented beeswax candles. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I want to know because I've like totally like no candles in my house because I don't know where
Or
to find.
soy candles? Are they
So it depends on the wick.
wick?
Yeah. But I just go with the unscented beeswax. They're the best.
Right.
And the wraps too now, instead of
Beeswax
ceramic.
wraps instead of ceramic.
I've got these fabric covered beeswax things for covering for
Sandwiches and
sandwiches and covering my bowls,
Yeah.
to covering the top of here.
I see. Like even microwave.
Back to
like people
school.
still are, like let them still using microwave, but that creates a lot of chemicals and can create anxiety. Like that would be a topic. Like you know how people put
Like-
plastic on top of their food and
Yeah.
stick it in the microwave?
Right.
That's like the worst thing to do. Yeah.
I know I was at my parents.
And I think what you have to do when you're talking about all these, people are going, really? If I'm going to stop using plastic wrap, that's going to stop my anxiety? But no, it's all about, all these things are compounded.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's what you have to get across.
It's not just one thing. I know.
Right. But you see, I think you would have to be careful to say that, remember a blog, 300 to 500 words. You got to keep it simple.
Okay. All right.
Right? Okay, what other
And
themes?
then you've got
So you could do,
March spring cleaning.
yeah,
April. Now we're at April.
Well,
that could be another spring cleaning, I'm sure.
Yeah, okay.
or allergies, like even talking about
May and June, I was going to do maybe allergy stuff for May.
because that affects, because they're reacting to the things that are now floating in the air, all those toxins in the air. How does it relate to anxiety and
Molds,
depression?
the molds and stuff outside. Like, molds and the,
Yeah, okay. Now you're starting to sound like,
yeah,
and I'm being devil's advocate here for all of you. You're
Yeah.
starting to sound like, oh, if I go green, I'm going to get rid of my anxiety.
yeah, that's not kind of where I'm going either.
Right. But
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
playing devil's advocate here. So,
Because like detox is a theme, but toxicity is a theme, but I also wanted to
let's go back to your
get into that, like balancing your biochemistry thing,
Right.
to bring it back to that, right?
Right. So that's the whole thing. So your signature program is, just give me the outline.
Well, I'm just,
One is like a health assessment,
yeah, the first one's a health assessment. Let me just grab it for a second.
diagnosis.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the first one is a consultation assessment.
Yeah.
Then the second one, wait a minute. Okay, wait, sorry. I've updated it so many times. 1 second. No, I gotta, give me 2 secs. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, so the first one is, it's an assessment. I'm going to go through like their expectations.
Yeah, I just want like
Okay, so
what,
the basic, and then the second part is like preparing for transformation. We're going to be talking about walking, reducing toxic burden, like why minerals are important, and why you need to balance your ratio.
okay, number 3.
And toxins too is in there. The third one is rebalancing your body. So you should have your hair test results back by then. And then we're going to be tailoring the program and creating what's that special diet that goes along with your biochemistry. And then we have other things like PDFs in there and stuff around diet, detoxing your body, detoxing the chemicals. Okay, and then the fourth one is rebalancing your mind and your emotions. And that's about limiting fears and beliefs, some video and PDFs with that.
Yeah.
And then the last one is kind of detoxing for today and beyond. And kind of like a review with the client, and then perhaps they may want to extend it.
Okay.
From more accountability and
So you're going to do the hair analysis to do the diagnosis, basically.
yeah.
Okay. All right, look at me.
Okay.
Okay, here are your main topics.
Okay.
Because those relate to your program. You've got to stay related to your program.
Okay.
Okay? So you're reducing toxic, you're rebalancing. The other could be, the rebalance of the minerals. But those are your main things
Mm-hmm.
because it relates back. It relates back. You've got to stay focused on your signature program. For
What does
you,
that say? Prepare what?
prepare transformation. That's what you told me.
Okay.
But it's about reducing the toxic burden.
Right.
If you've used those words in your signature program, then you go back and use those same words again.
And don't forget, I'm still just, that's what I've been doing this week is still.
Yeah,
that.
but that's what, see how the two have to connect,
No, that's exactly.
right?
And then I can go over to this thing and deal with that. Rebalance. What was that? Rebalance mindset. Okay. And what was that? Fears and beliefs.
Fears and beliefs.
Yeah. Mindset stuff. Okay. And then detox too. Okay.
So you
Got it. Yeah.
those are your main themes.
The toxic things. Yeah. And so minerals will have to go somewhere in there. I think it's the reducing toxic burden is like reducing toxic chemicals, but also the mineral part is that conversation. So those have to be included in here.
Okay.
So that's minerals, toxic burden, minerals, diet, mindset.
There you go.
4. Those are the key ones.
Those are the key ones.
Yeah.
And imagine drilling down to each one of those. So, so that's what I want you to work on now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Marie. What kinds of, I'll go back here.
January, everyone's thinking about, year end. I work with corporations, so some have a December 31st year end. Others have March. It's all over the place, but
so this could be.
There's still a lot of. I think the majority will have, often will have a December 31st year end. So
really,
so the new year.
So really, they have to start preparing for that in December.
Yeah. So that's where. So that's where all these deadlines. Do I talk about it after, right when they're really suffering because they haven't prepared for it? Or do I?
I think you do both.
You do both. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they got
upcoming year ends, basically.
Yeah.
Upcoming, And okay. So I'm just gonna assume that they're all up December 31st.
Yeah,
year ends right now. But so it's the kind of thing that I can do periodically. That doesn't have to be just here. So,
okay.
A review of their previous year. Like they have to. You're making your New Year's resolutions, right? Because what went wrong last year? What didn't work in your last year's booking that you want to improve this year?
Okay.
Kind of thing. It's kind of like you have to look at what's messy right now. So you need to start improving that like now in January.
So that
you're not in the
New
same
Year's resolutions.
Yeah. So it's a review of last year's, so New Year's resolution.
Of your bookkeeping.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They've got HST due on January 31st. So January, beginning of January is a good time to throw that out to say, hey.
Well, you've already got a couple of topics here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's move on to February. Okay, so I'm guessing to prepare for year end, you could write you could break that down into several topics.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think,
Okay.
There's another piece that I think I definitely wanted to get out is February 29th is our RSP contribution deadline. So the owners of the businesses really need, and I do this with some of my customers, I say, let's finish off your year end, like at least in draft by end of January, so your accountant can look at your books and they can advise if you should be making some RSP contributions.
Right.
So somehow, so the RSP deadline just, basically it's tied in with quickly get your corporate year end finished.
So do you want to talk about that in January, or do you want to talk about that in December?
Pretty copy in December, probably
Right.
December thing, when you get your, that's true, RSP. Yeah, deadline.
And, but it could be a blog, it could be just a social media post up here.
Yeah, because it's in the news, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, at least they'll see it, read it, and think, oh shit, next year I should do this. I should be more ready next year.
Right. Okay.
So it's a financial planning for them, for these business owners. Because
okay.
there's a family day that's a public holiday in February. So any month there's a public holiday. It's always a pain point.
Public holidays and payroll.
So again, it's like, do I end of January, I give them a heads up that, hey, family day is coming up, or is it just like, a couple weeks before?
You talk about it here because there are more public holidays throughout the year.
Yeah.
So you create a blog post there about public holidays and payroll, and you could redo that again. Yeah. Right?
Exactly.
Where could you put that again?
Oh, there's one what's in March? I'm trying to think. No, there's not.
Well, there's August.
Well, there's May. Well, no, May 27th. It's Victoria Day. So that's Victoria Day. It was both holidays, Victoria Day. Then there's July 1st, Canada Day. So I've got, public holiday in July. We've got it. And August is the biggest mess up of public holidays.
Okay.
This is me off every time. Family Day is not a public holiday. And all the radio stations just advertise a long weekend. It pisses me off to no end because all these people like, oh, I don't get the day off, or I get the day off and I don't get paid because it's not the companies do not pay for this. Like normal companies, if you don't work for the government or the military or whatever, it's like, or the bank, it's not a day off for you. It's just a shame, because all our employees, guys, and the companies accidentally, am I supposed to close or not? So that's a big one. That family day is a big mess up. So I have to
write a blog on that.
That's me a blog. Yeah.
Don't call me. Read my blog.
I'm going to call into the radio. Sam was like, I'm going to call in the radio station. They can stop announcing that it's a long weekend because I don't get a long weekend. I have to work.
But family days in February, though?
Family day for in Ontario is
August. It's the first Monday.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, it's not. Sorry, Family Day is February. Sorry, it's civic holiday. Sorry,
it's civic holiday.
August is called the civic holiday. Sorry, it's civic holiday.
But a lot of us work civic holiday.
Yeah, but you're not. You don't have employees.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't have to. That would be.
So could you talk about in September Labor Day?
Labor Day, yeah. Public holiday, yeah.
So,
Thanksgiving is in there somewhere, and there's only, again, that one also too, because there's only one official public holiday versus like the Good Friday that all the schools. Good Friday is the public holiday. Monday is not a holiday.
November 11th.
November 11th. That's Remembrance Day. It's not a public holiday. Not a public holiday. So.
Okay. And December. Christmas holidays.
Yeah, there's like 3 of them or 2 of them, but January 1st, right? So that's the big mess up. That's the real big problem. And that's the one where it's like, okay, and plus they've got.
Okay, so that's a big theme for you is public holidays and payroll. Okay, what else?
Okay, so I thought June, again, it's all going, spring cleaning, I think definitely I can do a cleanup of your books and records and helping like organizational topics,
Spring cleaning, April.
Yeah, clean up your, if you're cleaning up your house, why don't you?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's basically where, clean up. June, I thought June, July, because it could go payroll related because they're hiring students, and one of the questions
Okay.
is like, oh, what do I have to pay my student that's 14 years old and
Hiring
part-time students? So some little guidelines or something on what.
July could be, calculating vacations or something.
Could be vacation
Payroll.
topics, vacation. Payroll, yeah. I could come up with something vacation related. And also too, I think July, August should be the employee. I have to focus on the employee versus bookkeeping company, because I'm promoting
March also.
because they're suffering in July, August because they're trying to cover everything without staff in July, August. And if they were using us, they wouldn't notice anything because
employee versus
bookkeeping company.
I'll say virtual.
Yeah.
Employee versus
they wouldn't have to worry about covering all the
so
stuff with all their people away on holiday.
And you could even do that in March probably, because people are going on vacations.
Oh, do they? Oh, March break, eh?
March break, winter vacations. Yeah.
Yeah, employee versus virtual.
Okay.
Okay. That's about all I got here. I think,
okay, what about under
rushing? Sorry, all my deadlines. Yeah, I've got them here, but I haven't talked about. We've got every quarter, so depends when you want to do it. So April 30th is the deadline for April. It's going to be April 30th, April, July, and October, and January are these HSTWSIB deadlines. But I talked about them in March, like the previous month? So it would be March, June, September. Because
deadlines is March.
Deadlines. So we could talk about rushing because these are the quarters. That's the January, February, March is the quarter. So it ends March, so it's due April 31st. So it's
March, June, September deadlines.
So this would be just deadlines, deadlines, and it's sort of how, again, that topic of how to.
So you could take
not to rush,
Right. So here's, let's take the topic of deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you could write on like 5 steps to avoid deadline rush. Okay, I don't know, something like that, right? What else could you talk about deadlines?
5 steps.
Could you take those 5 steps and
maybe what happens? Maybe what happens when you miss? What happens if you are late for your late for HST deadlines? So explain the late fee and then the late charges, which are different somehow. So
late
I'm
fee.
not totally up on it, but so they ding you for not filing, and then they ding you for interest charges because every day you owe that amount. If you it's not gonna.
If you miss the your year-end filing, is that when do you get into CRA jail?
Well, I have to miss it for a few.
Okay, but I think that's another. Are you a candidate for CRA jail?
Okay.
It's the same thing, just written differently.
Yeah. Deadlines. What about are you ready for an audit? Are you
audit ready?
Are you audit ready? Okay.
And you could even do,
How much did you pay in fines? What were your total costs?
oh, there you
How
go.
much did you pay in fee in fines?
How much, yeah,
How much
did you pay last
did
year?
you pay in penalties last year?
Yeah.
Are penalties killing you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What did you say?
She's so good at reminders.
Oh, I know. I need her brain. I'd like to just fuse Diana's brain with all this stuff. She's got a totally different way of looking at things.
Okay, you know, penalties killing you. But this 5 steps here, you could take those 5 steps.
Yeah, these aren't the 5 steps. These
No,
are
no, no.
yeah.
Right, but you could take those, I don't know how many steps there are.
Well, each of those steps, that's what I was thinking, each of those
steps
would be its
could be a series.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my series, right?
Yeah, starting.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a
starting to
series of
understand.
posts, yeah.
I was.
So that, and you could start it before the
Right.
deadline, and you know,
Yeah,
you can do this
here's the
thing
5
this
steps.
week, you know.
And,
briefly.
and every week for the
Mhm.
next week, I'm going to walk you through these steps.
Mhm. Yeah. So it's just a matter of when you start. Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so see how you've got the main theme
Mhm.
and we've broken it down
Mhm.
to different topics.
Yeah. And then each topic you can kind of either yeah.
So you might want to take out right now the content bonus Excel spreadsheet. And I'm just going to, let's just look at the ideas that they have there on sheet 1.
What is it called?
Content creation bonus.
Okay.
Isn't is this in the spreadsheet that was sent to?
It was in the
Or just-
email, it was the attachment.
From you? The one you sent?
It was the attachment, yes.
Okay. The content
There's only
creation
one, right?
bonus.
Bonus.
Yeah.
Excel content.
Right, this one here, the one that says client quotes testimonials?
Yeah.
Okay.
Client.
Well, sheet 2 is,
client quotes testimonials. The other one is.
yeah, go to sheet 1,
Yeah.
content creation ideas.
Yeah.
It's got a blue bar at the top.
So you have to click on sheet 1 here.
Oh, okay.
And sheet 2.
Oh, I get it.
Okay, go to sheet 1.
Okay.
And you'll see how on the left-hand side, it's got ideas. So, you know, number of benefits of X. So 3 benefits of using essential oils.
For sleep.
For sleep. Right, exactly. So I want you to start creating, taking what we've talked about here on your sheets and start putting in topics. Take those topics and go, oh, how can I write? You know?
7 Habits of How a Millionaire Gets a Good Night's Rest.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
people
whatever.
Might, people might go, what?
What?
What is she talking about?
Exactly. It doesn't matter.
And then they're going to go, I'm going to click on this.
Exactly. You know, 8-point checklist. For me, I've written this article about creating a better business card. I've redone this, I don't know how many times. So, you know, and I've just, number of rules for X. So 5 rules for a website that gets you clients. 5 signs you might be whatever. And then you just go down and there's, see all kinds of ideas.
Is this too long? 5 signs your anxiety might be caused by toxicity. Is that too long?
Sorry, 5 signs.
Well, you could put 5 signs you might be toxic and then just talk about the anxiety, toxicity correlation below. Or could you put something with the anxiety word in there?
Yeah, no, every time so let's talk about titles for a minute. Go to page 47. And I've given you a link to something called a headline analyzer. So right down here at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
And Headline Analyzer is a really
Oh,
cool
I think I found
tool,
that. And it tells you if it's like
Yep.
internet?
Yeah.
Okay.
right? And so you want to use words that are going to reflect SEO. So if you're talking about anxiety all the time, you need to have that. If I'm talking about small business owners, I want to have small business, I want to have marketing. Those are the key words. Oh, this is where I talked about
Oh, I
five,
see. And then you just type your headline in.
yeah.
Okay, got it.
5 secrets to a good night's sleep, 5 foods to avoid to get a good night's sleep, 5 benefits of a good night's sleep, 5-day challenge to get a good night's sleep, beginner's guide to a good night's sleep. And I know nothing about sleep.
Thank you.
Okay. But that's how you can
Yes.
create content.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, why am I not?
So what was the, what did I say? Let me just stick that in. What about 3 facts about scented candles
Perfect.
and 3 benefits? of
3 facts about scented candles. Oh, wait a minute. 3 toxic facts.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Okay.
So 3 toxic facts about scented candles.
Yeah.
3 benefits of detox. Is that too vague? 3 benefits of detoxing your body.
3 mental health benefits of detoxing your body. Or whatever number, you know, the number doesn't matter. Once you get, just change the title. You okay?
Yeah. Oh boy.
You're in tilt?
This is really helpful.
Yeah.
This is super
Yeah. The
helpful.
shift.
The
It's the shift.
ahas.
It's the shift.
Yeah.
It's the shift.
Yeah. It's a lot to absorb in 2 days.
Yeah. And from the background of being in doTERRA and having like my upline and other leaders making a lot of money saying, what is so wrong by saying, I sell essential oils? What is so wrong? People say, I sell Kia cars. What's
Okay.
so wrong about
So
that? I'm like,
I'm going to answer that question.
Can I ask, does anybody know Excel spreadsheet? I just want to, I don't know how to like make more room. How do you move
click
it?
on the B.
So the
Okay.
thing is
Now
that,
right click.
oh,
Oh, you want to make more room?
I want to like
Open up the column.
just
Okay.
move it.
Okay, so
Oh,
so
I
click
just
on the
did it.
line.
I got it.
Sorry.
Double click on the line.
Thank you.
so that's
in the network marketing,
Yes.
and I'll be quite honest, I've been in 3. There are very few people,
Okay, when you get to the left,
like the
double click.
percentage is like
Double click.
1%
Oh, I just
that
moved
make
it.
really
Look,
good
You can
money.
move it,
There.
but if
And
you
I'm in the
double click
top
on it, it
7.
opens to the widest.
Oh,
Well,
okay. Thank you so much.
You're in the top 7.
Perfect.
Yeah. Right?
And the thing is that there are very few that make it to the multi-million dollar. Okay. If you want this to be an ongoing business,
Correct.
and help people more than just selling oils, because then you are a product salesperson.
Yes.
I don't personally, from what I see of you, you are more than that.
And I
So
think
much
yes.
more. And I think if you don't, when people don't offer their expertise in a, you're not being paid well for your expertise if you are only selling an oil.
That's right.
That's why those people who incorporate it into a practice, if you will. So there's a lady in Gatineau that I've worked with before. She deals with the French market. She's a naturopath. And she incorporates doTERRA into her practice.
Right, as an adjunct to all of the
It's a
things that
tool.
that she
What's this
offers.
naturopath's name? What's her name that you're always talking about? This lady?
Kathleen,
Kathleen what?
Kaya.
K-A.
CAYA.
Okay.
Your essential oils are a tool.
Yes.
That's all they are.
Yes.
They're a tool to get what?
To change lives for the transformation.
Right. And transformation happens over time.
Yes.
Transformation doesn't happen without support.
That's right.
Signature program gives all of that.
Every time you go on this analyzer, though, do you have to keep putting your name and your address and all that? They want you can't get results. Just a few details while we're calculating. You're not allowed to get, do you have to keep putting in your name all the time if you're not a member?
What analyzer?
Okay.
The
just a second.
headline analyzer, this thing you gave me.
Oh,
Because I just tried it. I just put it in and it says, look, you got to do your name, all that stuff.
Okay. Maybe they've changed it.
Because unless you're
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't used it in a while because I used it for a while to get into
I'll
this.
try it and see what happens, but
Maybe you have to create an account or you leave it open or something. So the analyzer on page 47 at the bottom, there are two great tools. Let's see, maybe I didn't photocopy that. Okay, I'm going to photocopy something for you. One is the feelings inventory. And the feelings inventory is a list of words. It's by the, I forget what institute. And people buy because of emotion.
yes.
And it helps you, what is the emotion that you want to include? So I'm going to photocopy that for you. You can also go online and download it. But the second is this headline analyzer. And when you're actually at the point of writing the blog and having, creating your headline, first of all, you want to keep it fairly short and then have a subheadline. But this headline analyzer they rate your headlines. So you try to aim for, I think, over 70%.
64% of this.
Yeah. So what can you change in there? You don't have to do it today. This is when you're writing it.
So this one's saying common to you, then it says uncommon. In other words, increase the number of uncommon words in your headline to improve your headline. So it gives you improvements. It's
Right.
very emotional. You need more emotional words. It's saying
Yeah. So what is
power, low, anxiety, low.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know the biggest thing I have with the health, as being a health person, it's the fact that so many people make so much money, billions of dollars, selling you 30 fucking days to solve all your goddamn problems.
Yeah.
And then in the health field, it's just so much more challenging because to really overcome whatever it is, like it does take time, and you're kind of really going against like the current marketing, fast, quick, this, that.
The thing is,
and then people have been brainwashed. Like, look, take a pill, or now go to marijuana, and not look at like what's really the cause of your issue.
Yeah.
Right, but it's not. Also,
it's my pet peeve. It's just an issue that I find it's sad in this day and age that it takes so long to sell health. And you can really sell all this other.
They want a
bullshit.
quick fix.
I know. Yeah. But you brainwash the population to be like that.
Right.
And we're going against that grain.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
Anyways,
so you have to.
It's just
part of in your education, in your blog.
Yeah.
You've got to talk about it. It's not a freaking quick fix.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, and that's one thing when I work.
Anybody who has tried to lose weight, I always come back to that because almost everybody, except maybe you, have tried to lose weight. Right?
Yeah.
And they know that it takes time, it takes a certain system, and it takes accountability.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have to explain to people it's the same thing with whatever transformation you are offering. It's the same with business.
No, yeah.
Coming to one workshop isn't going to fix everything in your business, isn't going to make you make more money. Because you've got to go and do something after, and you've got to be held accountable, and you've got to have all the changes in the right step and in the right order, whatever. So you need support along the way. I'm using that as an example of it's exactly the same in your businesses. Yes, exactly the same.
I just felt like bringing that up. Or like organic is way more expensive than the shitty chemical foods. Like it's just the system's so fucked up, really.
Yeah.
Like
And organic is really
and
a
I know
marketing label.
that's another issue. I'm just saying.
But there's
so,
a topic.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
There's a topic.
Yeah. Yeah.
What does organic really mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Organic. Yeah. But again, you have to be careful how you.
The organic one.
That's
I see
to be
guys like, oh,
careful.
you've got a product. You're using that line
As a tool.
As a tool. It's one of your tools.
Yeah.
It's a tool.
It's like your software is a tool,
Mhm. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
But you're both offering,
Yeah.
a different way, your own individual ways. and
Yeah.
You're not in
Competition.
competition because
Yeah.
It's very
there's
different.
so many people. Well, one is just there's so many customers out there. There's plenty to go around, kind of thing. Like you guys are just,
And the
there's
other-
some that you can't help that you might be able to refer to.
Yeah.
And the other thing is somebody might like Carissa, sorry, Maggie, better than they like Maggie, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Right.
it's who you're drawing to yourself.
Everybody's got the
Yeah.
energy.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no.
Maggie, I just wanted to point out when you had your headline and it said anxiety was really low, why don't you say how the person's feeling instead of the word anxiety? Like butterflies in my stomach or heart pump, like my heart's racing. Like how does someone feel when they have anxiety?
Anxiety is kind of like just a kind of a word that's out there a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how does person, I mean, that
Yeah,
might be
no,
too
the
long for a
feeling.
headline, but
Yeah.
like, what
Yeah.
do they
So
feel
that's
when they
what
have
I'm going to
anxiety?
get you the feelings inventory.
Yeah.
Which will help you deal with that.
So
Okay.
I'm just I want to go back. Like I like this content creation thing like this. I could see this could be very helpful to me. But so I wrote 3 mental health benefits of detoxing your body, 3 toxic facts about scented chemicals, and 3 habits of mental resilience.
Scented chemicals or scented candles?
Scented candles. Sorry,
Okay.
yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
And then this one's number of ways to promote. So number of ways to promote X. Like, are you doing a promotion or is that
It's up
more
to
for
you.
business or?
It's up to you. Your interpretation of it. This is
So
just
this
an
could be
idea
so this could be like a
generator.
promotion or something. Right. Oh yeah, but then you want me to stick with that's another thing. You want me to stick with these programs.
We're going to get to that.
A point checklist. What's this point checklist? All about X. Point checklist all about X.
So could you create a checklist on something?
Or you could do like a little mini
Info-
checklist of toxic chemicals in your home or something.
Yeah. Or a checklist of the dirty dozen, or a checklist of what?
5 chemicals lurking in your home.
Or read labels. Read the labels, find these toxic chemicals in
Or
your
what
home.
about, are these toxic chemicals in your home?
Yeah, read the labels.
Yeah.
You might be surprised what's lurking in your home.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
The other thing that I find is really, really helpful is if I want to write on a topic, I go to Google. And I type in the topic. So let's say it's, HST deadlines or late for HST deadlines. And I type it into Google or a search engine, and I'll come up with a whole list of people who've written articles on it. And what type of titles have they used? And so sometimes that can be really, really inspiring. Really inspiring.
So like those resources to help you.
Huh?
One of them is resources to help you.
Yeah.
Resources. So that would just be like a tip or information or something.
So resources, I might write one on, free resources to help you systemize your business. So I might talk about a scheduler. I might talk about,
Can you bring it to mine? Can you bring it more to what I do? I know you're in the business part. It's good, but I want to translate it over to mine.
okay, resources. So instead of resources, you might use tools. I don't know, that just comes to my mind. So 3 easy to use tools to decrease or to help you find a easy night's sleep. 3 easy tools to use to what?
How about to reduce those butterflies in your stomach or something?
Yeah, but it's got to be a
I'm trying to get
situational.
anxiety, like, you know, I'm always trying to pull it
Right.
or depression.
And what could they be? Like you could use EFT,
Yeah.
or it might be 3 resources to reduce the toxic burden on your body. I don't know.
Okay. 3 rules for X. 3 rules for X. I'm just trying to get an idea. So if I get more of an idea, then I can start playing around. You know what I
3
mean?
rules for
For emotional resiliency. Is that?
I hate that word, resiliency.
Grit.
Everybody else talks about resiliency. If you're talking to a leadership coach, oh my God,
I know.
they all talk the same language. And I go, you all sound the same. What? 3 rules to have a more productive day if you're stressed out. 3 rules to reduce stress in your day at the office. 3 rules, and then you might put in front of rules, you might put easy, proven, you know, some sort of adjective like that.
Okay.
3 simple steps to whatever.
Signs you might be
Depressed.
or anxious.
No, I think, no. 3 signs, 3 easy to spot signs that a loved one might be depressed.
I like that one.
Because then it's not about them.
Wrong ways to X. You had like 3 wrong ways to talk about your business, but
Yeah. Or it could be mistakes. Could be 3 mistakes to avoid. 3 mistakes for entrepreneurs to avoid. 3 easy mistakes for entrepreneurs to avoid when rushing around all day. Or 3 eating mistakes.
3 eating mistakes entrepreneurs make.
Yeah. That lead to, and the subheadline is that lead to anxiety or increased stress or,
Yeah, success has that.
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So again, don't forget, you could take a long
And then you cut it.
and cut it and make a subheadline.
Like 3 easy to spot signs you're not sleeping well. In brackets, even if you think you are.
Yes, that's right. That's your subheadline.
Yeah.
Perfect. Good.
3 wrong ways, or sorry, 3 ideas to achieve. Ideas to achieve X.
So you're talking, oh, what about, you're talking about
Well, 3 ideas to achieve. Could you talk like maybe some
calm.
3 ways to get calm, or
Well,
to-
take it, you know,
3 ways to feel calmer?
yeah, 3 steps to, or 3 ideas to use at work to feel calmer.
Now, in some of these, like, how would I bring in like discussion of minerals? What could be like a title for that? Like, you know, I want to start talking maybe about how like zinc balances the body.
Right.
Isn't that in your content?
Yeah, it's in your content.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of a
3.
title like that would bring that in.
I don't think they want, here's the thing.
You got to be careful. You got to be more general.
Right. So they don't want, it's like people don't want diet. They don't want exercise.
Yeah.
You can't sell that. I can't sell coaching. I'm not going to have a,
But you could do a quick test to find out.
But I don't care about minerals. What I care about
is the end result.
is the result.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you talk about that in your body. Your content.
Right? 3 easy, what was it about entrepreneurs during the day to find calm? A, make sure you take your zinc supplement in the morning. B, I don't know, I'm pulling shit.
Your magnesium citrate or nitrate? What is it? Before bed.
No, yeah, that's
Yeah, but I'm talking about at work, find a quiet time and do 5 minutes of EFT. Whatever it happens to be,
because I don't want to get into that where you're recommending stuff when you shouldn't, because like you just said, magnesium, too many people are taking magnesium right now, and then they're
So the number one could be take the appropriate supplement that you need.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the key. Find out your baseline.
Yeah.
And then your call to action, chat with me for your personalized, customized
Health assessment.
So
you know which one is out of whack.
yeah.
Baseline,
Might
tell
be
you baseline means
complicated.
nothing. Like the word baseline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's work together later, and you can kind of, when I've got stuff, I wouldn't mind saying.
Like how to take the appropriate supplements. Are you taking the appropriate supplements?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. I'm going to stop this recording here. And I guess Catherine.
What's it? There's 3 fun facts about you. Is that about like yourself or?